because of how everything is set up here, and because I'm here and able to tell you that these two tracks that this switch forms are dead-end tracks, I know that I'm going to be able to watch over here and see if there's anything coming, but we've also got to watch for those rail cars so that they don't roll this way. So Watchman Lookout is going to be watching those and watching over here, watching those and watching over here. And as the Watchman Lookout, will you be the Watchman Lookout?
I sure will.
As the Watchman Lookout, Dave is going to give us 15 seconds before those cars roll towards us or something rolls this way. So what we're able to do now with Dave as our designated Watchman Lookout is we can walk in and we can take a look at this switch and see how it all works. I can throw this switch if we want to, because we're in a yard. The switch in a yard, we are in yard limits, so anything can occupy any section of track at any time. And so whenever I'm on the rail in yard limits in my high rail, I have to be watching ahead of myself and watching behind me, and the other people that are out there have to be watching out for me as well. So you have to be able to stop within half the range of your vision if you're on the rail in yard limits. That's for MOW vehicles, that's for MOW equipment, that's for trains, anything that's on the rail. Because we've got that rule, stopping within the half of your vision, you also have to be watching for switches that you're going to be coming into and out of. And so I'm able to stand here at this switch and throw this switch all that I want right now because I'm in yard limits and somebody else is watching out for me just like I'm watching for them. If we were on the main line where we have track warrant control, which is track that's controlled by the dispatcher, in order to throw that switch, I have to contact the dispatcher, get a track warrant, and then the track becomes mine. Then I can do whatever I want with it. So yard's a nice place to do this if you want to see how this stuff works. Otherwise, it's a lot more of an involved process. So we can go out here and take a look at this switch. Again, this is what I was saying. These braces are the old style of doing things. That's to keep the rail from moving and rolling over. Right here we've got our switch point. This is a knife switch point, whereas it is a switch point that comes up and it meets right against the gauge of the running rail. On the newer switches, we've actually got what we call a Samson switch point, and that goes underneath of this rail. And so when the locomotive or whatever is coming across it comes onto that switch point, is actually a very smooth transition, whereas this right here gets wore, and we have to come out and keep welding them. You can see on that one how it's been welded a lot. You can see the weld marks, and that's just wear of a switch point. So switch point